How old would you have been when you started going to...
Oh, well, he would have just, I think he would have been round about the 60 mark.
I see, I see.
He was still in business. I went to him, I think it was about 1925.
I see. That was when you were in the Royal Service.
Yes, yeah, just started. In 1924, went to the Royal Service. I just started, and then King George V was there, and he took a keen interest in piping. And I was picking up a prize or two at the local gatherings, you see, and he saw that I was keen, and he went to powers that be and asked which was the best one to give, send me to, you see, for tuition. I think this was greatly influenced by a factor we had there, Sir Douglas Ramsay, between him and Sheriff Grant. And John MacDonald was selected as the man with the best background. Of course he was, really, you see, there's no doubt about it, he was the one who had the... So I was duly sent up there, and...
that had been about 1925.
I think 1925.
And did Bob Brown go to him that year?
Not that year. Not that year. I spent a rather miserable week with old Joe. I never met the man before, but I was waiting in his house, reported at the time and date. And
how old would you have been roughly at that time?
I was just under 21.
You were a very young chap.
Youngster. I didn't really learn anything till I went to John MacDonald.
Were you already playing Pibroch though by this
Oh
time?
yes, trying to play Pibroch, you know, after a fashion, but I got such a big jack back when I went to John MacDonald. Good gracious
You
me.
were saying you were just waiting there to see him in his...
Yes, and he came in and he gave me a good dressing down for a start. I thought, he says, you're no use to me. He says,
You played for him, did you?
No, he never even waited to hear me play. He says, you're no good. He says, you're no use to me. And he just gave me a dressing down for a start, and he said, well, you're here, you better make a start. I remember the first tune I tackled was Donald Dougal Mackay. Of course, I'd heard about the tune, but I had no idea how it went, you see, so he bashed me up with it, and
you played it over on the pipe, eh?
on practice chanter. I did. Of course, I didn't know his methods, you see.
Yes.
I went to him with my practice chanter and book, and of course I didn't take the pipes because I thought I was that far back. I did have a lot of things to correct and that sort of thing, so I better start in a slow way. But by Jove, he very quickly told me to take my pipes the next time. And he was quite nasty to me the whole month. He never said a kind word.
You were up for a month?
I was up a month.
Without your pipes?
I had my pipes. By
anyway.
Jove, I had to play my pipes to him all right.
Yes. And you stayed in Inverness?
Yes, got digs.
And did you go to him for several hours? Or?
Oh yes, maybe 3. Oh yes, I was several hours.
Every day, I mean.
Not every day. When I could catch him, maybe 4 times a week or something like that. You see, you maybe have to go a run, and he's travelling expeditions. Maybe it took him most part of a day.
See, whereabout did he stay in Inverness?
3 Percival Road. I always remember the address. 3 Percival
I don't know
Road.
where that is.
And he was quite. He just badgered me about, and I was fairly scared of him. And time to go back, and he shook me my hand. He says, "I'll be writing your factor, Nicol." And he says, "You play that way, you may get something for the man." So I thanked him for what he did. I was glad to get away from him. And he wrote a very nice letter to the factor. Wanted me back again, and I says, "I made this time. I made the grade." Because John didn't ask you back if you weren't suitable, you see. If you weren't the right specimen, he didn't ask you back. And I went back. And the King George V was highly delighted with this, and he says, "I'll send 2 up." He says, "One can forget, 2 don't." The date is 25th of August
1972.
1972.
Just
And the tune we're going to discuss is Patrick Og, lament for Patrick Og MacCrimmon. The copy I have in front of me is the People Society's version of the tune, and there is this variation after the doubling of the ground which is not played. I miss out a cadence in the last line and the next variation, and I think that is all the difference that I have. John MacDonald was a bit insisting it shouldn't be played. Otherwise the tune is standard in Angus Mackay's, and I don't think it has been interfered with. And this is how I got it. It's finished off with the doubling and the taorluath.
I'm now to play the lament for Patrick Og MacCrimmon. He bo. It's not that. It's he bo. That's your long one. You sound your E and you see more or less equal. Maybe a very, very faintest taint to see. Raise your doubling, just your pace, just the faintest little hairy. And incidentally, the only way in which you can raise any variation its tempo is by taking just the faintest little shade of your melody beats, and which gives you that gives it again. E strong, medium. E and do. E bo. Ilium ru e to bo. And don't be afraid to cut that B at the end of your and because if you don't, you play and and you break breaks the balance. What are you doing with that? Now, your third one, you raise your pace a bit and you play from your first note and emphasize each last note strongly. That's even more strong, but it's a wee bit quicker, you see. bo, Iliam ro bo, Iam to bo, Ilio bo, bo, Rukanandi, Rukirundi, Rukanto, Hirundoro, Koro. Just faintly show the end of your lines. Yanandi, Rukiru, Kiru, Kanto, Hirundi, Rukiru, Kanto, Hirundoro, Korum. And then left your next one, just a wee hairy. Mandoro hiri, mandoro hiri, kanto hirandoro. Okay, and then your taorluath, you got your three of them as well. And then the rest is quite straightforward. I know what you're getting at when you come to your that's how it's written now. But the old pipers they played although John MacDonald advised me to play it because nobody would give me a prize if I played it that way. But that has changed in the last, say what, 25 years.
The MacDonald of Morag, very fine people player, John MacDonald really had implicit faith in, and who went to them for a lot of advice. They did not play a cadence on the B and the last bars of the ground. They played Ti Yondo Abo Talebo Bra.
I see.
And that was the only difference that they
That's
had.
in the first.
That's
well,
MacDonald and Morag.
in all the lines, in fact. Yeah.
Yes, in the ground only, because it doesn't occur in the doublings, you see.
Would you sing these last two bars again?
Ti ando abo talebo bra.
And do you hear that played nowadays?
No, there's no reference to it in the books, and it's just one of those things that escapes the book and handed down verbally, which a great deal of people was done in the old days, the book being not to depend on. I Got a Kiss of the King's Hand is the next tune, and the style I'm playing is that played by John MacDonald, and note values differ slightly with where you play the cadence, especially in the second line. However, this is how I got it. and so forth and so on. There's
Yes.
nothing in the tune should worry you after that.
No.
Now, just a minute. In that last line, in the second last bar, you can also play it as it's written here. Which must always be accepted. John O'Donnell said you play either way. Any queries about this, John?
No. You sometimes hear it played the very first bar. Ti an bra o bra bra.
Well, John MacDonald certainly did not play that. And I heard my mother sing the tune, and she sang it the first line as Eustace. My next tune is I Gotta Kiss the King's Hand.
The Earl of Seaforth. This tune, just note to roll each second group of notes. Your first one deliberate, and it roll the second onto the top note, like something like this. Know ye Elohi, Yoni Elohi, know ye Elohi, Yoni Eotro, Yandro ye Elie, Ola ye Mo. And it, like that all the way through in the Urla. Then when you come to your doubling, you raise your pace just a wee bit, and the method by which you raise your pace is that you take just the slightest little fraction of your main themal beats. That is your G and your high A. And that keep your intermediate notes exactly the same as they were in your theme. Something like this. Yando Elohi, Yoni Elohi, Yando Elohi, Yoni Elohi, Yandro Elie, Yoli Yandro Ye, Yando Elohi, Yoni Yolwi, Yandro Elie, Yolani Elie, Yandro Elie, Yoli Yandro Ye. Third line just the same as that. Then for your trebling, you increase quite a bit and make it distinct and forceful. Like Yando Ye and Elohi and Yoni and Elohi, Yando Ye and Elohi and Yoni and Elohi and Yotro Ye and Elie and Ulwi and Yotro Ye. And just the remainder of the variation in that way. The taorluath played down. And good strong pointing. Bro, ani, bro, ani, bro, ani, bro, ich bro, ani, bro, ani, bro, ye, otro, then you're doubling, raise a bit, quite cheery. About that, and then slow down slightly for your crúnla prepper. and always make certain that your last E of your crunula, your low A, and whatever note follows are exactly the same time. Something like this. Otro. Then you're doubling quite cheery and smart. So on and so forth. I will now play the Earl of Seaforth.
we're still on the 6th of June
Yes.
1972 discussing and just beginning to talk about the praise of Morag.
Yes. And praise of Marian or Marian's wailing is the various names of this tune. It's not known who the composer is. A very, very fine tune. One or two different settings of it, but and Ross writes it in common time. It's very, very difficult to portray in staff notation, and I can't see it anyone can really get it off staff notation properly without being taught it verbally or in the counter versions, which I'm giving now. In praise of Morag, it was the name Morag was the name that Prince Charlie adopted while disguised in female attire, and this is the way I got it from John MacDonald. So forth and so on. It follows on with a very difficult Crunlua and an equally difficult Crunlua Mach. But I'll point on this variation that I finished up on there. It's printed here as a dotted quaver, a semi-quaver and a quaver in groups of threes throughout. But the first note is not a dotted note.
No.
There is only a very slight pause.
Yeah.
And John MacDonald was very insistent that that was the old type of playing it.
The Unjust
The Unjust
Incarceration,
Incarceration, Book 2.
which is a tune we're fairly familiar with.
Well, yes, I think it's pretty straightforward after the Dish, and this is the People Society's version of it I have in front of me. There is a third line which John MacDonald says he knows nothing at all about, otherwise played by the text. It's very deceiving, the notation in this, because most of the E cadences here are played as melody notes. This is the way I played it, and I used to play it very well. Yes. Any questions, Willie? Anything you want to discuss?
No. And then the doublings.
Light and a little more cut with a swinger, like that.
You play it quite fast, this tune.
Yes, keep it kind of lively. The Danish and that should be played with very long, bold notes. And cut, really cut it.
Yes.
And the same in the doubling.
Yes.
Otherwise, straightforward after that, followed by a mach. There's a mach in it.
Yeah.
Then that completes it, you.